So we're here in Zipolite. We're camping in Oaxaca. We're on our way driving to north of Mexico, on our way back to Sonora. I just wanted to take this morning to talk about traveling with Samson here. Driving with the dogs, but more especially with Samson on our road trip. Hola, buenos dias. And the intricacies, the benefits, the pros and the cons, and when you're traveling with the Great Pyrenees. Samson's a hybrid. He's got both. He's got German Shepherd, and he's got Great Pyrenees. He's half and half. It's a beautiful mix. He's got such good traits of both breeds of dogs, and one of the cool traits, one of the great traits that he has from the Great Pyrenees is being so dang protective that for the area and for his people. Super protective of his Maya. That's his little sister. He doesn't like it when anybody gets too close or any dogs get too close. He is not having it. He's not a fan. It's pretty funny. Not so much funny when it's just like a poor old lady getting out of the car with her granddaughter or something, and then Samson's like scaring the life out of these poor people. And it's hey, buenos dias, Fernando.
Buenos días, hermano.
¿Cómo estás?
Aquí, ir a desayunar, ¿quieres ir? ¿Vas?
¿Desayunar? Ah, sí.
Al orégano.
Sí, qué bueno, sí, vámonos.
¿Vamos, cabrón?
Sí. ¿Caminar?
Sí.
Qué bueno. Ok, sí, vámonos.
Sí, vamos.
Alright, bueno. Desayuno. So I was just saying, pros and the cons of traveling with the Great Pyrenees. The traveling of Samson here. Definitely, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that I have him here with me. It's been great, but it's sometimes it's a problem because he has like separation anxiety, like the worst separation anxiety. So I cannot leave him alone. He just doesn't want to be alone. He just wants to hang out with his dad. That's all. And then one of the cons that sometimes he scares a poor old lady, makes her think that she's gonna die that day. When she parks, makes the bad decision to park right next to where Samson is. If an old woman's trying to steal from my car, then at the very least, Samson will scare the hell out of her. So when you think about it, how many friends of yours, if they needed to, if it really came to it, for your safety, how many friends of yours would beat up an old woman for you, you know? Sometimes he just wants to scare an old lady, just to let her know, like, hey, don't come too close to my car. This is my car. So we're talking about the pros and cons. Another con is that sometimes when we're parked at a campground, when we're camping somewhere, Samson will be protecting my stuff. He's doing his job. He's doing a good job, sometimes too good of a job. And he'll bark through the night. And it's always followed by, it'll be a loud bark, his bark, and then my bark right after that. And I say, Samson, go lay down. So it's a routine thing. So that's another pro and a con for Great Pyrenees, is that they are very protective, you know. So there's some great sides to that, and there's some sides that just get a little bit frustrating when the owner of a hotel or Airbnb, they've never heard a dog bark before, apparently. He's like, sorry for trying to save your life, you know. I'm just trying to do my job. No, Samson, you're just doing your job. You're just working hard. But yeah, so if I was doing it again, if I was shooting another dog, I would definitely look for a breed that's still protective, that will still protect my stuff, that would actually bite somebody if somebody tries to get into the car while I'm gone. I know Great Pyrenees that it's very common for them to have separation anxiety, for them to have problems with being separated. You know, so if I was gonna be choosing another dog, I would be looking for one that doesn't mind being left alone for a little while, but at the same time being protective. Other than that, though, Samson overall, he's been incredible to travel with. This has been so much fun, and I can't wait to have a lot more adventures with him. Right now, he's about 8 years old. He really wants to go. You can see that I've been getting ready, that we're about to go to dinner. Alright, so now we've got our dinner, and it is pouring rain, like heavy. Well, for now it's like a normal heavy rain, but it was like extreme heavy. And I came back from the dinner, and then the first thing I noticed was that my tarp up there, the tarp, I had made the mistake of only securing it on one side, only securing this side. This side was not secured, and so this side was all the way over there. So water had come into the tent pretty bad. Everything's wet. It's like really bad. It's like soaked in there. Like the whole time I've been camping, I've never once had it get that bad. It was so wet that I would not be able to sleep tonight. By chance, I happened to buy the hammock just today, so at least I'm gonna have a cozy place to sleep tonight. And we got dinner tonight. The dinner is jalapenos and grasshoppers. Maybe this is delicious, and then every pizza after this one is gonna have grasshoppers. You know, maybe, I don't know that yet. I'm probably not even gonna notice them, right? Got a little bit of just a crunch that's different, like you're chewing on something that has legs, you know, like that kind of crunch, you know? But otherwise, unless you're really thinking about it, like if I served it to you, you were here and I gave this pizza to you, didn't tell you, you wouldn't know. I don't think you would know any. Just as we were talking about our dinner, our grasshopper dinner, rain started coming in from the side. Blew over my neighbor's tent is over there. And yeah, I needed to prepare things a little bit better. I was not prepared for rain coming in from the side. But anyway, we were talking about this delicious chapulina. Chapulina is Spanish for grasshoppers. And honestly, it's not bad. It's like the same, it's just a texture. It's just like a little bit of extra crunch to it, but they aren't very noticeable. I wouldn't order it again. I wouldn't keep ordering chapulinas, but for this first time, not a bad first experience. In order to be cultural, I'm happy we're in the hammock. I'm glad we have the hammock. The tent. I mean, in my 2 months or almost 3 months of doing this, not once has this happened that the tent had gotten so wet inside that I could not sleep inside. This is the first, and the lesson learned here is just secure both sides. You know, that was the big mistake here. Is I came back, I thought I was, set up the protection. I thought I was doing good setting up the protection before I go out to dinner, and I come back and then one side's off, and it's all soaked.
Good morning, buenos dias. We're still here, Zipolite. It's pouring rain. I was gonna go to Barra de la Cruz today to get some good surfing done, but it's still pouring rain. It was pouring rain all night last night, and this morning still. Last night was pretty rough. Lightning started going. The power got shut off. Started playing the music. Like, it was really nice. It was raining pretty heavy. Rain started coming in from the side. That part kind of sucked. So then something I didn't think about though is playing music when all the power's off. Now I'm the only place for music on the beach. There's a couple of sketchy dudes came to visit me last night, like late at night. The first dude was a dude I saw earlier. He was definitely on some other stuff and some other drugs. I think it was like some bath salt stuff. I kept on all night, and I didn't really feel like leaving my stuff. It was dark now. It's now pitch black dark because the lights went out. And so we have this dude. He's being crazy, and he's laying right there. He was just laying there for hours. And so Samson's tied up there. And that guy was being crazy. Samson did not like him. Samson got the vibes, got the bad vibes. Samson knew that something was up. And so then while that guy's doing his thing, then two other guys came over, and they were being friendly enough, but also they were the ones that gave the guy the bath salts, So yeah, friendly enough, but still vibes. Way too many bad vibes. In the dark at like 11 o'clock at night. Playing with fire, right? I asked them to leave. They didn't like that. They didn't want to leave. They just sat in the sand right next to my campsite, or in front of my campsite. They sat in the sand for a while. I just stayed there with Samson close because I wanted to sleep, but I didn't feel comfortable sleeping with them being so close. I wouldn't be able to sleep. And one of them, screaming through the night. And then also about any stuff getting stolen. That's something else I got to worry about. being so dark. But I just gotta take the right precautions to make sure I'm not stabbed in the night. Any one of those guys could have just grabbed something in the middle of the night and I wouldn't have been able to see anything. So I was just a little sketched out, and I just asked them to leave. They didn't like that. They didn't want to leave. So they just stayed right by my hammock, sat in the sand for a couple hours. The one dude was way off his rocker. He was losing it, and I'll play some of the crazy stuff that he was saying.
This way. No, mis quince la cabra, esa puta para no mueva, la neta.
So yeah, my apologies for those weird, uncomfortable sounds. Really hard on the hearing. But for me, that was hours last night of not sleeping. Just that was my lullaby. Of all nights is this guy and Samson barking at him periodically. Samson, the guy would be quiet, Samson would be quiet, and then the guy would come right back and it'd be whatever that sound was. So I'm gonna end there. Right now I'm going to go meet a friend. I'm buying 70 of these things. He calls them energy balls, and they're actually really good. At first I just bought 14 of them. They're like 50 pesos each is his price. For 14, and they're like almond butter, and then it has like a bunch of superfoods in it. And it's supposed to have like high fat and high carbs and some protein in there. So yeah, I liked them. I think they're worth it. I eat 2 of them, and it's a meal, honestly. So it's like a breakfast. So it's like about 100 pesos for a breakfast. So for a healthy to-go breakfast, I'm happy with paying 100 pesos. You know, so I'm buying 70 of them. I'm buying a lot. So for 50 pesos each, that's gonna come. Oh, no, I'm not. He's giving me a discount, so I think I'm getting them for 45 pesos or 44 pesos for buying the 70. So I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna go pick him up right now. I'm gonna go meet the guy. He's delivering them. He's driving all the way down from Puerto Escondido to Zipolite, so that's 2 hours. And he's gonna meet me here and in the rain and get me some energy balls. So that's what I'm off to do.